onto the face shooting stars. A similar tale for Rivers United. Of course, this is us waiting for kickoff as the referee checks his time. Remember to be a full part of the on our YouTube comment section as we kickstart the game right now. Remo Stars kicking from right to left. You can see them moving and trying to address the issues that they had from the previous match day. I'll be your highs and ears for this game. Victor opponent alongside the delectable Atinuke song will be joining me right now. Oh, first free kick won already. Remo Stars winning that one, and it's Abia Warriors in their black jerseys who are now making that foray forward down the right flank. He's beaten his man, but he's hacked just as he thought he was going to advance. And the first yellow card is popped right there. He doesn't believe his eyes, but really, he would need to understand that that was coming. The Remo Stars defender. Well, for Remo Stars, Saladum Kolimba is the man in goal. Yusuf Adele, Shagun Wadi Adeleke, Musa Abdullahi, Azan Abat Joseph, Samuel, Precious George, Christopher Metu, and Tijani Aziz are the men chosen to prosecute this game, while Kasma Azubuike, Chindi Metbrink, who came on yesterday, as well as Tahir Abubakar. And they can always call on the likes of Imo Hobot, David Fred, Meka Obioma, as well as Ikena Ogu and Fatai Abdullahi to try and do a job off the bench for them. Well, Abia Warriors will look to build Remo Stars. Good reading of the ball. Another foul right there. It's been over 5 minutes of action so far on the speech. It's not much events to report right there. And Remo Stars will make the flow. Trying to channel something from that flank. It's Abia Warriors who've read it well, though there's been an infringement. I was trying to make that particular foray. There's a free kick for them. The position Remo Stars would be hoping that they can actually get better on their set pieces. Well, he's kept the ball well, trying to sugar off the challenge. It's found this man who tries to get past them, but it's another foul. Strategy is right here in the first 45, just as we actually see teams rather winding down their preparations as they, wind up get ready for the full season. As full fixtures were released yesterday by the management body of the NPFL. So throwing in a dangerous position right there for them, and it's just gone out of play for a goal kick. And there is quite a number of comments already on the comment section. Ekiti Local Boy says Sky Blue Stars, and Muhammad Shaib says Remo, please win. Oh well. And Jiggy Brain, apologies for the glitches. I'm hoping that you're getting the best of the views now. There's a pressure right there, and of course he tries to nick it off the goalkeeper. Defender puts it on the out for a throw into dangerous position. Abia Warriors take that throw in quickly. But really, this is some of the things that the players should be coming to grasp with. It's brought down, but then you look at that moment again, and you wonder what exactly was going on in the goalkeeper's head. Well, Adekunle Adewale had heart-stopping moments right there, because already on his comments says Remo no get another jersey. And look at that, Abia Warriors. They have a chance right here. He passes to him. Was he contrived to miss that? Good chance gone begging. Abia Warriors had a chance. Look at that. A lofted pass into the channel. Goalkeeper stepped back at the last minute. And he could have put that in the back of the net, but lost his balance a bit. And you wonder, you just wonder what could have been for them. Right in the 10th minute of action. It's a corner kick right now. Good block by the defender who was recovering and sharply done. It's done a speed, crosses. It's just to the first man in the box. Abia Warriors might have taken a cue from what Shooting Stars did to Remo Stars. Just maybe they want to go at them in similar fashion. Remo Stars looking for that second boat run. And Jiggy Brain, thank you for the acknowledgement. Thank you for staying with us despite the technical glitches. And so again, a floated cross. This time harmlessly out for a goal kick. Remo Stars will be looking to re-strategize, get better at what they have been planning. Playing at their home ground. The fans would not love to see this, especially after the result yesterday. But Abia Warriors have won the chance again. Good shielding from the defender. A lot of work to still be done right there, but it's won the ball. He's looking for that run. He sought the run and decided to go inwards. A quick restart by Remo Stars. Well, now they are comfortable knocking the ball around the way they have done, but they would want more progression. And now the ball falls kindly to them in a good area. Referee signals offside. Marginally so, if that was a call. Must applaud the assistant referee for being eagle-eyed on the far side. It's been an interesting last few minutes. Right here in Ikene, Atinuke.
Yes, and so on this note, I would say good afternoon to everybody watching and listening to us out there. It's nice to be here once again. And well, it's been an interesting game. I think Abia Warriors have created more chances. At least the intent from the team has been better than Remo Stars. And when you look at how the table is, they definitely have a chance to win the title, because if Abia Warriors win this match, they go onto 9 points, and if Kwara United fail to win their match, or even if once Abia Warriors win, Kwara United have to win their match, a draw will not be enough for them to win the tournament. So Abia Warriors know that a lot is at stake for them in this match. Remo Stars also have a chance, but it boils down to goal difference if they also win this match. So it's a match, it's not a dead draw, but it's a match that has different permutation and combination for both teams. Remo Stars started the competition well, win their first game, drawing their second game, but they've been disappointing in their last two games, and it boils down to everybody saying, well, it's not Remo Stars, it's, most of their team are in Zanzibar for Chan, but still, it's still the jersey of Remo Stars they are wearing. So when you don that jersey, whoever the player you are, of course, people would say, oh, you are playing for Remo Stars.
Well, of course, good moment right there inside the box. He has a chance, he has a pop, it's a goal! Well, at the end of it, he has his head in his hands. And you look at that run again. The chance snatched at it. And you have a look at the pass. Penetrating with that run. It pulled off the shoulder of the defender. Got into the right space. Look at that touch from the defender. It started in the air. And you ask what the infringement was. Well, Abia Warriors look to have drawn first blood. The referee said, hold on to that thought.
that was a very good chance for Abia Warriors, but unfortunately the player was offside. If the first one has gone in, I think that could have counted, but the second one, in which after he has gone past the goalkeeper trying to tuck down into the post, but it's just to let Remo Stars know that they are here to win and to be careful of how they give them those lapses in defense.
Well, of course, you look at that and the continual quest for the aid of technology to help us get better at making decisions. Matchday officials would actually welcome that. So it seems, especially from what we've seen in this tournament, last game, the first goal from Tosio Yedoku, questions around that, if he had crossed the line or not. And now he's floated one down to the far side. He's let that bounce, and it's always very difficult when the first bounces are called. It's a corner kick right there. The assistant referee felt the touch. The last touch was off the defender. But then the question really is, why would the winger allow the ball bounce the first time? You know, the coaches would call for the ball to actually be properly calculated, the flight in itself, and of course, the final touch on it, helping the player do something good. Again, the same routine, and it crosses, it heads wide of the mark. Abia Warriors have been, well, in Gen Z language, cooking, but they have not gotten done with whatever they have been busy doing in the kitchen. And now Remo Stars, like we saw far too often, their reaction poor. They're making, all those unforced errors, passing into the wrong channels. I tried to take a pop at goal. It's only a goal kick. And watch Remo Stars again build. Ladum finds his defender who launches it into space. There's a foul there. And of course, this one is a contest that has a lot inside of it. Remo Stars have to win for the sake of their fans, especially. Aside the fact that this tournament has been played on their home ground, they must build the confidence and give themselves a chance at finishing in a respectable position. Because as it stands, they are bottom of the log. The goal difference not doing them any world of good. Oh, look at that. Now he's sauntered into the box and he has lobbed it over the goalkeeper and over the goalpost. Oh boy. He should have done better in that position. Got into the promising position. He had the chance. He had the chance. Look at that mistake right there from midfield. Defender couldn't block properly. And how has he put that over?
Well, that was a very good chance for Remo Stars to take the lead. The other Warriors defender miscalculated the ball. Tijani got there ahead of him. His first touch was superb to get the ball past the defender, and he had only the goalkeeper to chip, but he could not do that. Remo Stars would be wondering how they don't lead in this game.
Well, of course, now they will be making another foray, but the captain is up to the task for Warriors. Now look at all of that space that they have to play into, all of that space that they have to utilize. They were patient, now they proceed. And of course, he tries to find him on the far side. Again, they win the ball, and look at that. Oh, look at that now. Combination play working so finely well. And of course, he's inside the box. Oh, then he's lost his footing, trying to take the all important touch. But then, of course, a good press right there. And he has a chance to pop one. He's not happy with himself. He's apologized to his teammates. But really, that was a good chance for him. Good pressing to recover the ball. At the second time of asking, really, Chindemepring, the man with the shot. And look at that again. Remo Stars making mistakes all too casually. Acting like they're still on holidays, really. How do they get a win with what they've been doing so far? Well, the pops it out for throwing. In a dangerous area, promising for Remo Stars. I was waiting for that run now. Makes the switch over to the far right. And good control, really. He's waiting for that overlap run. Yes, he finds it. His first cross only meeting the first man. It's out for a corner kick. Abia Warriors. They've put the ball in the back of the net for the first time, but it didn't count. Now they have to make something count at least. Looks like this one will be an in-swing and not the regular routine they've used. And of course it is. A header right there, misses. Saw the flight of the ball. Misjudged. Calculated wrong. Scoreline remains the same.
Yes, scoreline remains the same, like I said, but one thing is happening, and both teams have come out to play in the last 5 minutes. Both teams have had chances. Remo Stars with the most, have had the best chance so far in this game with the miss from Tijani, but Abia have also created some chances. We've seen some shots over the post where he's had to apologize.
And now another chance goes back in for Abia Warriors. Good build up really, but the decision making in the final third, letting them down. And again, those in the stands are wondering how this game has remained the same. Because Abia Warriors have had chance upon chance. Now this chance is going back in. Will they be made to rule this misses? Or will they adjust to eating with surgical precision? He keeps the ball in play. Oh, look at that touch now. Remo Stars trying to dig deep. They need to pull something different. Really focused on how they build up their play. But some decisions are letting them down. They have to do better, especially with their defensive organization. And has been waiting for that run, but then delayed the pass again. And whatever they're trying to orchestrate, they have not done it so well. Oh, let's look for that run on the far side. But channeled only straight at the hands of the goalkeeper who's come out to claim. Aladum Kolimba, one's amongst many of the foreigners who are now in the league, and joins the likes of Frank Mawena Obasa, who's lifted the NPFL title with Remo Stars in the last season. He's brought him down. It's a dangerous position to commit a foul, really. Remember, he's one who's been on the booking. Shegun Wade needs to do better. His left back duty is really it's a promising position, and he will fancy this one. Maybe fashion out something that will lead to goal. It's trying to aim for the back post with what is just signaled. And Adum Kolimba and Woods must be doing very well. Well, good header, good reading. Oh, look at that. He sent him the wrong way. And now we'll make that cross into the far post. Good block by the goalkeeper. Strong hands on it. Remo Stars win a free kick, but really they have the man, Kolimba Aladum, to thank for that save. Look at that run. Look at the low cross into that area. The striker priming it well, but then goalkeeper does enough to put it out.
Well, it does so much to put it out, because look at the cross coming in. He picked the perfect cross. Instead of going over the ball, he went low cross into the box. He meets his man. This is the target, but the goalkeeper said at least not yet, and that was a very good save from Koulibaly.
Time and again, Abia Warriors have tried to get their way in. And boy, oh boy, the Warriors will keep charging until they get the goal at least. Yeah, it's Abia Warriors trying to cook something again. And Remo Stars now down the left side. Well, you can see the press from Abia Warriors, how coordinated it is, and it's something really to watch out for, how teams have gone about their press in this competition. Oh, look at that now. Advantage for Abia Warriors. He's seen him, he's gotten him, and he fouls him quite close to goal. Ezekiel trying his beat right there. He's getting beyond his man. Here today, Ezekiel doing so much work right here. And of course, Kasma Azabuki wants to stand over this one alongside him. Off the foul from the Remo Stars defender, Hauno Gunjimi Samo. It's good range for them, but the captain, Manuel Ogwagu, is now standing over this one. Alongside Ayodele Ezekiel. Some would say it's a better position for a left-footed player to strike it. But then if the right-footed player has a bend on it, like Beckham, surely he has a go. He goes for it, struck the upright. Oh, look at that. And you look at that move again. Slight deflection, and it struck the crossbar. It's out of play. It's a corner kick, and another chance at a set piece for Abia Warriors. How many more will they get before they get their first goal? It's gone again. And there's a rumble in the jungle. Oh boy. And it keeps going and going.
Well, it looks like the ball did not want to touch the pitch at that point because just headers in, headers out, headers in, headers out. And I think on the fifth or on the sixth attempt, they finally had the ball out.
Well, strong block right there by Remo Stars, and Neil have a chance at a counter now. Well, looks like it. He passes right there to his man, who will try to get inside the box. He's inside the box. And, the ball's just bounced outside of it. Keeps it in play. And what you would give for one-time passes and great vision. Well, the fans, you can hear them not happy about it as we reach the half-hour mark in this counter. Where's that run? It's looking for that run, but there's none forthcoming. Really, Remo Stars need to do better with their turns and how they open up the channels. And look at that again. It's cross, looking to find the man on the back post. What can he control in this moment? It's a big clash right there for them. And ball's gone out of play for throwing. Abia Warriors regrouping and getting set to launch. Another counter. But really, how many times do they need to make those attacking runs before they get a goal of their own that will count? How many times do they need to get into the final third and get themselves in the lead? Ogwago crosses, it's gone again, and they've allowed that to bounce. Although defender recovers quickly to send it into the palms of the goalkeeper, who rolls it out for the defender. Really, the pace on the ball. And you look at that now. There's a fault there, but let's go on to the comments right there. Well, of course, Adoration Explain is asking how did they miss that? Well, they missed that. They also not happy about that. Tijani, why? That's the question from Hamid Ayo. Well, they want some of them in the farm. Well, maybe they will farm tweets or something else. And he also wants the assistant coach to bench. Well, he's asking why some of the players were benched, really. Well, sometimes you do not see what the gaffers, the coaches have seen in training or in the build-up sessions. And now there's a chance. But his intended target was actually going to be straight into an upside position, really. And Busolami says, this is not actual Remo players aside about Joseph. And someone is asking which trier. It's a problem when you build up like this and you pass into people under pressure. Really, Remo Stars, they need to do better with the passing lanes. The channels are peaking. He says, these are not my players, Salami or Molewa. They are wearing the jersey of Remo Stars. There's nothing you can do about that. They are playing for you presently in this tournament.
Yes, it looks like what I said earlier because I've seen fans try and say, oh, it's not Remo Stars, these are not my players, like you actually said. But at the end of the day, they are putting on jersey of Remo Stars, and that is what the preseason is all about. You get to see these new players, you get to make sure that you tighten the screws, all those errors that you have seen, try to make sure that you correct it before the season starts, because I kid you not, it's better to lose in preseason than to lose in when the league starts. So it's nothing to be worried about. Yes, some of the players may not sign for the club, but some will definitely sign. Some has contract already with the club. So it's just an adventure to see some new players, get used to this player, see what they can do, and see the weakness and strengths where the coaches can also offer their help, where they can make sure that okay, they do this for the player and they let them know what they need to do better. So that is the beauty of preseason. So I don't think Remo fans should be saying, "Oh, it's not my team, it's not my players." They are putting on jersey of Remo Stars.
Well, definitely a foul against Remo Stars on the goalkeeper. And Jonathan Wakanma is, well, looks like he's in love with our female commentator. And he's been trying to keep track of her, but definitely she has no bias against any team here. And thank you, Adoration XP, for getting in on that. And they would be worried, Mama Makapabo especially will be worried at what's happening right there on the pitch with his goalkeeper Ali Shaku, vision pain line back down on the pitch. And of course, he'll be thinking, well, he might have Sheun Oladimeji to call up and to do a good job. He wants his goalkeeper up because these are not the moments where you want injuries to any of your players. And really, this game really should have had a goal or two in it at this point in time as time gradually winds down. The floats one again as they've done. It's a foul again. Now Abia Warriors will come pouring forward in their numbers as they start again quickly. They're not afraid to choose some channels, go into the central spaces, and maybe build something, whether it's a cross again or stoop slow to Ed Claire. They will look to get on the end of that. It's turned into the wrong channel, really. Channel where he's been pressed into. And of course, they try to get out of jail. Abia Warriors, it's gotten past him again. And it's a loose touch. Contest me there is one that. Oh, there's a foul in there on Ogwagu, captain of Abia Warriors. It's been at the heart of everything that comes for Abia Warriors so far. We look to see how they try to get something popping. A reminder that there's still all to play for the sides. Remo Stars playing for respect and honor, playing for the badge, for their fans, and their prestige. Still sit bottom of the log, at least before the start of this encounter. The goalless draw is not doing them any world of good on that. Well, he's picked that lane, and he's seen that his markers already, angled himself for a block. So you would wonder why he chose that again. Sit the press again for Abia Warriors. They've committed a foul, but you would see the identity is already ingrained in them. And it's passed to him. Good. Just pick his runner, or pick his man with one pass, but hey, the extra touch always putting them right there in an area where they would be facing traffic. And Remo Stars, they need to build better. Put a cross in the wrong channel, and there is that moment of trepidation for them. Clearance gotten wrong. Now a chance to build something from the corner kick. For Remo Stars, they can bank on set pieces as an alternative if it's not working from open play. And this cross is gone into the area. Goalkeeper Ali Shaku saves. He's read the ball well, calculated the flight of the ball, the bounce on it. He saw that, and really it was something.
Well, that was a very good save. He's trying to tell his opponent that if he can save, I can also do better. Because the other looks like it was going in, but the goalkeeper was able to get to the ball and hold on to it, because it looks like he was going to drop it after get to it. But a very good save to keep Abia Warriors in the game.
Well, Ali Shaku doing so well right there. Offside flag up. And he's kept them in this game now. And it's quite something. Anyways, Remo Stars have quite a lot on their plate as we speak. Many players with the national team as they look to regroup and build for the new season. They also have the CAF Champions League coming up, as Adoration explains, saying, and it's pointing out already that we're facing African giants if we make it past round 1. Hopefully before then all departments get sorted out, just maybe, hopefully. And of course, as someone's saying, beating Mamelodi Sundowns will be a miracle. That's never happened to Remo Stars. And he believes they are capable. I think not. That's offside. And the build-up Abia Warriors have come time and time again. And the number of times they've used this flank. But Adekunle Adewale, just maybe you would have a rethink when the season kickstarts. The pre-season results are fake. That's a famous quote right here in Ikene, and many people would understand why we say that sometimes. Abia Warriors handling the pressure hold so well, and look at how they've made those forays. And how they recover is something noteworthy. Remo Stars have been able to nick the ball off them. Now they have a fine passage of play. Let's go into the last couple of minutes. Look at that. It's beating him. And that was quite easy. A good stop right there by the defender. A good movement to get past him. The on-rushing marker. And now what does it do with the ball? Tijani is failed once to score when he has through and goal. And now, well, he's only put the ball out of play. It's a throw-in. As the clock gradually winds down, you'd wonder we have not seen a goal so far. But then 45 minutes, it's a lot. And we might just see something happen in the twinkling of an eye. It could happen, as we've seen so many times. There's a number of times we've had 2-3 goals happen in the space of 5 minutes. Sometimes we've had 2 in 2. And look at that now. He's committed himself with an all-full touch. There's a yellow card coming up now. And Metu, having fouled his mark after an heavy touch, will not be happy that he's done that himself. I beg your pardon, that's Innocent Godwin with the foul right there. And plays in a position that would actually mean he's going to be doing a lot of running around, marking. Remo Stars goal shot. It's lofted that. And he's an offside position. Well, hello, Christian Kakasina, right here with you. Abia Warriors again. Has gone for a diagonal, spotted the runner on the far side. But it's a good save right there by the defender. He's able to spot that one and race quickly to put the ball out of touch for a throw-in. It's the 46th minute of action and it's a long throw into the box. He gets a chance. And look at where he's gone into. He's across, looking for the back post. A combination play not working quite well for them, but then they still win a throw-in nonetheless. They try to get something done in the last few seconds of this game. Well, Remo Stars clearing the lines. He's headed behind. The goalkeeper quickly comes up to claim. And the referees had enough of this first half right here in Ikene. It's Remo Stars nil and Abia Warriors nil. Lots of things to take. And of course, they will go back to the provided drawing board and re-strategize as they come out for the second 45. And so it begins. Second 45 minutes, and there is already a substitution made right there by Remo Stars. And of course, we'll be looking at how they adjust to this half right here. The ball's gone out of touch for corner kick, but the man who's put it out has gone down in pain. And really, it was a chance to go on the break and regroup and make something happen. He's back on his feet now. And that's a heel swinger. It gets on the end of it, but it's just outside the box. What is done goes all the way back, and there's a man latching onto it and makes the run. The passes to the on-rushing player who is on the far side now, trying to almost lost his footing, but he's made a cross into that deep area. It connects, but it's only sent it out for a throw-in. And how was his head gone in the direction? It's a good walk right there down the left, and he should have buried that chance as he ran into the box, seeing especially that he had space and time and someone else with him. This is almost in all kinds of trouble now. Spared by the whistle of the referee. And you look at that run again down the left. Look at how he got past his marker, got inside the box, cross, and he didn't connect with the ball right there properly as much as he wanted. Remo Stars, well, he gave up too early right there. And now they will restart from the goal kick. Remo Stars starting to look a bit brighter than they were in the first 45. Abia Warriors have had a chance. And the scoreline, either of the side will want to change that scoreline to their own advantage, really. And now Remo Stars will be looking to be something. Tijani. Now they're moving a lot better, more dynamic with your play, and look at what he was trying to do on that side. Oh, good movements. Get beyond his man. Of course, shrugging off the first challenge is one a free kick for his team now. Abia Warriors across from the far side. Maypring chases. Defender up to the task right there, class design. Now Remo Stars will try to go on the offensive. He's tried to cross, but the captain reads it well. Ogbago steadies himself, and of course his teammates up to the task as they try to get a break. And how did he do that to himself? Maypring wings the ball. And of course there will be that movement again on that left side. He crosses, it prevents him. It's gone inches wide. May bring. He should have buried the chance. Good movement for me, really. Create a space for himself. Found his footing right in the box. The cross came to him. Well, I couldn't direct it in the back of the net. And Kolimba Aladum, even a sigh of relief, had seen the ball flash wide.
Yes, that was a very good one from Abia Warriors, but unfortunately, Mepri could not put that in the back of the net. But it just boils down to how teams have found joy putting in crosses in this competition. You've seen especially in first half from Abia Warriors, they had a lot of crosses, they had a lot of corners. So it looks like that is going to be their tactics going into this game, and they've kept at it, pacing wingers, run at the defenders, and try to put the cross into the box. But that was a very good chance for them there.
Well, Jerome Bono, since his introduction, has actually brought some light on the right. Now they have a free kick, one which Adeleke is standing over. He will make a cross, looking for the far post, but nobody to connect with what they're trying to build down there. It's going to be a goal kick, and Ishaq Ali is not in any rush of any sort. Starts short, and he saunters on into midfield. Yes, he's been pulled from the back. And of course, Maxwell Kangashima will start as quickly as possible. They try to get a fine touch on it. John Licious man, but just wasn't to be. Now the difference is the little details make when game is in play. Oh wow, what was I thinking? And look at that touch. Now he sauntered into space. He almost found him. Just the connection part. And the Bluetooth device did not connect successfully. Well, Abia Warriors, they will be looking to do better than they did in the first 45. They had chances, but they kept missing. Now, they will be hoping that they get more clinical. Well, they have to work at it for themselves, and it's a cross. The goalkeeper not parrying well, and of course, the defender wins the foul right there. Well, Jerome Bono is taking a hit, and he's had to take off his boot because of the tenacity of that hit. As both of them struggle to get the ball on. The medics on the pitch. Jerome Bono, I was just talking about him a minute ago. How electric he was since coming up down the right. Well, of course, going back to the he gets back on his feet. The comments right there on Facebook. I beg your pardon, YouTube live stream. Showing some of you talking about some of the foreigners, Adama Guaita, Chaka, Jerome Bono. And Mosadik Babatunde does not believe Remo Stars stand a chance, and now he's latched onto the trooper. He's only put it over and out. I wasn't missed that. Slashed on perfectly. He's done well with the run. He got it under his control. And the result was poor. Abba Joseph will hang his head in shame.
Well, it's another miss by Remo Stars, and they keep missing those chances that are falling to them. That was a very big chance for Remo Stars to take the lead in this game, but unfortunately, Abba Joseph could not put the ball in back of the net.
Well, he fancied himself to take a pop-up goal in that position. And of course, you would say it was quite something looking at that run. The flick to set him free by the attacker while under pressure from the defender was quite something. Abia Warriors who reacted well quite okay to that. Will now try to build something as he makes the foray in that area, and he's inside the box. He finds himself in there. Good block, goalkeeper. Good clearance, defender. Jerembono has lost his footing. I'll try to address that. And Abia Warriors will keep building on the flank. Well, the defender goes to ground, makes the block, and the flag is up. Said he moved too early. And you will hear the fans not happy about that call from the linesman, really, but the striker did move quite early. There's a man down now. The play looked good, but now we'll be worried about what's happening to him down on the touchline. Oh, they looked at that moment again from Abba Joseph. Abba Joseph not doing well enough to put the ball in the back of the net. Adekunle Adewale on YouTube comment section says, I'm happy we are out already in the tournament. Now we can come to build our beloved team, Remo Stars. But, well, yes, Aaron, that was really a big miss right there. And you look at that and you would have felt Joseph would have done better, but hey, it is about Joseph now that we're talking about. Abba, how did you miss that? And now Abia Warriors trying to build something again. Dangerous on that left side. It's found him his cross first time. Goalkeeper rushing off his line to claim. He punches out. And the captain, Guagu, finds a man free just in that area. And then his touch was wrong. The fans love that. Now, does he get to peel away as they try to get on the counter? Remo Stars now building patiently in the center of the park. Moving across. We'll go back to the center defender. The touches between them. Oh, look at that now to get away from his man. Shouldn't be doing too much on it, but hey, he's lost his footing. And now Maybrink has passed. And defender stops that. Well, he's down on the ground. And the ball is out of play for a touch. Ogunsonya Ademola believes this is a beautiful game, and Abdulrazak Nuruddin Ablaja says 75% of the boys playing against Abia is on the trials. Well, no, I think he's gotten the number wrong. Says 9 key players of Remo Stars in Chanigus. I think that number is wrong. And Sidouta was saying Remo Abeg win this one. Well, this set of Remo star team can be sent there. Okay, I'm trying to get that from Short TV. It believes that these set of players might just as well send them back to relegation. Really, we need to talk about Remo Stars and what they have come and done in Nigerian football. Years and years of strategizing and re-strategizing, trying to get their acts right, trying to get the job done. And of course, they've pulled real great strings. There's a triple substitution right here. There's the introduction of Chigoze Chileku. Chaka Koulibaly will also come on. And Tijani Aziz will also have to come off now for, well, that's Jerome Bono. And that it was we were seeing the other time. And now you look at how they've moved the ball around. Remo Stars. The breaking play. And now he's picked up a knock. Precious George was fouled right there in that run. Good save. And now it's quite an intense battle all across the pitch. Well, Abia Warriors passing the quickest of that one. They've won a foul now. Interesting battles all around. Jerome Bono darting around trying to create something out of nothing. And of course, you look at how they've been trying to find themselves the passes. It's a wrong pass down to the channel. So goalkeeper comes quickly to claim. And really, they have been picking the wrong lanes to send the ball into. Well, the captain really will be grateful that he was able to react as fast as he did. Another substitution. Well, a round of substitutions to be made. Really by Abia Warriors. There's the introduction of Samuel Fatniyi as well as Emeka Obioma up front, who will be replacing Chindi Mepring. Three substitutions made and more chaos in defense. It's a throw-in right here.
Well, we could see the Remo Stars fans are getting frustrated with how their players are playing, because we've seen some good passes not getting to the right man. We've seen some chances not ending in the back of the net. So the fans are getting frustrated. And when you look at how this tournament have gone, they've lost their last two matches in this tournament. So of course, the fans will want something from this game to make sure that at least Remo Stars gets all 3 points from this game and not lose another game in this competition. So being the team, not the home team, but at least it's being played in Remo Stars Stadium, you expect to see more fans cheering on for them. And I could understand the frustration of the team, because it feels like Remo Stars are not doing so much in the final. So they've had good chances to go forward to mount an attack, but they've been unable to do so on numerous occasions. So the fans, I understand their frustration, but in football, just have to know that there are days like this where things don't go your way, and at the moment, it's not going the way of Remo Stars.
Well, now a free kick going against them in a promising position. And there's been a number of analysts analyzing the game, the ball circulation out there on social media, on the YouTube, especially the comment section. Well, of course, there is a chance being fancied by more bots. Was just come on. And he lofts one into the back end. Well, false kindly to Remo Stars were built from a goal kick because, the kick was quite good enough for them. He kicked inches wide of the mark inside the area, despite setting the ball down and balancing it as best as he could. Now, Precious George. Good touch, really. He should be doing better now. Oh, well, people wanted faster movements on the ball. And now he's beating his man. He's trying to run into the channel. Oh, why would he choose that lane? That's a question.
It just boils down to what you said some minutes ago. The decision making of Remo Stars in the final third have been poor, because you hold on to the ball for so long, you beat your man. The next thing to do is to try and find a teammate, but you push that long ball down the center, and it's back to the Abia Warriors goalkeeper. So it's just been the story of Remo Stars in this 67 minutes of football that we avoid so far. So I understand how everybody, the team, the fans, the coaches are frustrated, because it feels like they've gotten a chance. You feel like you see it and you feel like, oh, they have a chance to score, they have a chance to at least attack the post. But when they get to that final third, something is definitely lacking.
Definitely lacking. And for Maypring, well, a good touch was lacking in that position, really, when he should have gotten himself through. I mean, it was set up nicely, and a good block, really, by the defender. Wins a free kick. I was just talking about Maypring, who had a chance to latch through, but then his touch was into the wrong channel right there. And boy, a reminder of what it looks like. Stars, with what is happening presently on the pitch, have 5 points and a -5 goal difference. Oh, look at how he's beating this man there. And he's lost his footing, lost the ball. Remo Stars will come down hard on that left flank. The wins a throw-in, and that's enough for his troubles so far in this game. Abia Warriors, they would want to go is to make sure that they have a chance to say they can lead the league. Remo Stars Was a chance for them now, Remo Stars. What they do on the afternoon, how they progress the ball. These are the things that are worthy of note. These are the reasons why they are presently in this position they are in and where he's chosen to go into, how he's chosen to control the ball. He more, but really in the years of experience right here to get off his man. And he's taking too much on the turn. Good touch. And look at that now. He's been able to hold his ground, hold the ball fine. And now he's waiting for that movement. Precious George only makes the wrong decision at the end of the. Reminder that Abia Warriors, they are now with 7 points, and they would be at the top as we speak, based on the goal difference. Remo Stars, how was it? Lost his footing in there as a man on the shoulders. He's only crossed a harmless ball into the box, and the Abia Warriors will start the counter. Less than 20 minutes remaining on the clock, and this is what we have right here. Look at him snagging at the chance, delivers across, defender blocks. It's a corner kick, and straight out of nothing, they have actually gone on to win a corner kick in the danger area. It's the tail of the game so far. Mistakes, errors strewn all over their gameplay, and look at that run of the defender for Abia Warriors to attempt a cross, and the defender standing so strong as the last line of defense in that position to head out for a corner kick, which Abia Warriors now set to take his races and maybe look for an in-swinger, and it's gone all the way back. Well, it's floated back into a good area. Crosses from deep. It's gone harmlessly out.
Yes, looks like that's the first attack we've seen from Abia Warriors in a while. Look like Remo Stars have had the opportunity to try and go forward, even though they've not done anything with it. For Abia Warriors, second half, the intensity has been low for them, but you could see they had that chance. The defender headed the ball, and the corner was not good enough to meet a man into the box, and that's one thing Abia Warriors have been poor at in this game. They've had a lot of corners, but they've been unable to mount an attack with it. So the set piece have not been working for them. So the crosses, well, they've stopped coming in the second half. It looks like they are fine with settling for a new draw. But Remo Stars still look like they want to keep on attacking and see if they can score.
There is Precious George, who's been helped off the pitch after picking up another knock. Felt the pain in his leg, and he wasn't good. And look at that now. He's gotten the better of the defender on this occasion. He's trying to build something. And look at that now. He's looking for something on that position. They're walking something. They're walking the left flank. And whatever they're doing, they will be hoping that it comes to fruition as he has a chance. What does he choose to do? He crosses into the area. It's a defender who gets on the end of it, and another who comes to quickly recover and help them. Remo Stars would do a lot of job if they are to score. Goals are plenty. Look at how he's found him in space. Well, the control was not solid enough. Should have done better, but then good clearance by Wagu to save the day for Abia Warriors. A good pass into the channel right behind the defender. Latched onto that and really should have been better on the control as he ran into space. Now they have a corner. The result of the corner is one that they'll be looking to win something from. As it crosses. And it's a good save again by Ali Shiako. How many times have we heard them actually getting ready to reel away in jubilation? And how many times has it failed? Oh, this is blatantly a poor foul to commit in that position. It's a yellow card for him. It's a yellow card right now. Well, let's try to float one into that area. Well, for what it's worth, Emeka Opioma has been kept quiet since his introduction. He's not really had a chance to have a pop-up goal. Imo Obot, he's fouled in the run-up to that one, and the referee makes the call for him. Well, looking at this game so far, you would be forgiven if you thought both sides do not want to grab a win in this encounter. And look at how he's brought that down. What does it do? They almost went through. He almost came off successfully. And yeah, it's a moment that, you know, some fans want to see. They want to be entertained by that little step over. Just do something to bring the game to life. And of course, maybe get a goal or two. A chance at a cross. And he's gone for his man. Or both cross. He hits the first man. And Remo Stars will try to come in the numbers, but his efforts has been thwarted. Now he has a man in space. What does he do with the ball? There's a question now. He has a pop at goal, which is quite interesting because he had better options. Well, Samuel Fani should be doing better in that position. And Abia Warriors have no problems. Remo Stars. Well, now sauntering into space. What's the option he chooses? Well, he chooses to continue and is looking for someone. Well, really, there's nobody who is making it wide enough for them to actually switch play, rather occupying the central spaces. Which you're seeing banks of players from Abia Warriors really cover. And there he finds that space, and he doesn't see his man tucked in a pocket of space. And there he is, finds him right inside. He passes down the left. Fanny Samuel drifts again. And his pass only blocked by the defender. And twice the opportunity has fallen to Fanny Samuel, who's come on. And twice he's failed to deliver his polling units, if that's what we call it.
Well, he failed to deliver his polling unit. like Curry. But you look at this ball in which he just had. He was late in making decision. He wanted to hit the shot first instance or was trying to see if he could make the pass. By the time he made decision, the defender was there to intercept the pass in which he was trying to find the teammate. So it's been just that kind of game for both teams where decision making in the final third have been so poor and they've been let down by their teammates, by whoever was noticed. But you could see the first one where he had and wanted to shoot the ball from that place was a very bad decision. You can't shoot the ball from that place when you have like 3 or 4 defenders in front of you. So they need to do better going forward, same as Remo Stars.
Well, they need to be better with the decision making, especially in the final third. But we're in the last 10 minutes of this encounter, the final game for them, and he's gotten himself in a promising position. And you wonder the call from the referee because the ball was still with the man as he centered on. It's a yellow card now for Abia Warriors. They will be worried about their discipline. And of course, that comes in a promising position. Well, Barnabas Daniel believes that Abia Warriors have a good defensive coverage. It's a substitution to be made by Remo Stars now. And of course, it's going to be Victor Bauma who comes on for Joseph Abba, who had a chance earlier on to actually put the ball in the back of the net. With just about 8 minutes to go, Victor Bauma, who took the ball in the net against Shooting Stars, makes his entrance. And there are a couple more substitutions right there that could be banked upon. But Victor Obama is one that a lot of people want to watch out for. Samson Olashukwu has also made his entrance into this game. So it's going to be interesting how this two go. Begins his run up and he fires. It's over and out. Sailing harmlessly over. And Ali Ishaku is not forced. His feathers are not ruffled right there anymore, but it's banking on experience again and again to get beyond whoever is pressing him. And now they've watched him get into that space. And look at what he's been able to do. But then his turn is not good enough. Although he wins the corner for them, but that turn is not good enough because he should be holding on to that ball and doing better in that space. And now we'll have a chance from a corner as this one looks to end in a drop draw. Abia Warriors will look to float this one in from the right side. It's floated, looking for the back post. Remo Stars have someone with the headed clearance, but it's only as far as that flank, and now he crosses into that space. It's gone harmlessly out for a goal kick. That's make set pieces, something that many of these teams are not banking on. Only a few of them have actually utilized set pieces, especially corners, in this competition.
Yes, if there is one thing that has happened in this tournament is team not knowing how to use their set pieces. If they could scrape it out in football, the team playing this tournament will not mind because most of them have not been able to use the corners. We talked about that earlier in this match, and the free kick very well. We've seen a lot of free kick go way and out over the post. It's not troubling the goalkeeper. It's not even making him to have a save in that position. So that's the kind of matches that we've seen. Teams are not really taking advantage of it. They want to put the crosses into the box to find his teammates. They want to try and go down the line. They want to try and hit you on the counter. But to say set pieces, no, it's been poor throughout this tournament.
Well, save for last I remember a lot of Shooting Stars. Alex Agawa heading in rather from a corner kick off the boots of Houtin Ikowem. There's Fatai Abdullahi down on the ground. and he's had a look into his leg. A number of times we've seen many of these players play stopped in their favor just to receive some medical attention. And there's a lot to be said right there about that. Ogunsoya Demola says, who benched Samson Olashupo? Azao now. Well, as regarding that you're not the gaffer, you're not the coach who's seen them. And remember, this is a preseason tournament. Sometimes these coaches are careful because of injuries, so close on at this period of a time when we're about to get the season kick-started. Sometimes it's for tactical, reasons. Sometimes they just want to see if the other person can perform better in his position. But really, it's a plethora of reasons as to why some of those players are not starting. And now he has a chance, so Santaron is getting past them. He's lost his footing when he should be getting on the all-important touch. Well, Abia Warriors will try to get on from here. What does it do now in this moment? Well, it goes inwards into the central spaces, and they try to drift it over to the right-hand side. Abia Warriors. The ball's gone out of touch for throwing. Well. Ball's gone out of play again, and really it's just less than 3 minutes left on the clock. With this one ending a goalless affair, they'll stay as it is, or we have someone popping up with the, unimaginable. For a game that promised so much, so little has been delivered, especially in terms of goals. Remo Stars started the second 45 brighter than the first 45. So the run, look at that, is trying to get off the shoulder of the defender. Both of them stuck it out right there. But then, of course, it's done well to keep it in play. Crosses. Ball is still in play. They're struggling right there. And it's a free kick now to Abia Warriors. Really big questions on why and how there was nobody on the end of that. There will be a substitution now for Abia Warriors as they want to get in on this one. And he's coming on for Emmanuel David, who came in not too long ago. Fatai Abdullah, beg your pardon, in this game. And now Abia Warriors will try to move forward down the right. Does he keep it in? It's gone out of play for throwing. Well, it's done well to win the free kick in that position. And now we'll be waiting to see how many minutes will be added as the game looks to draw to a drab end. Goes inwards, finds him in space. He's gotten the right channel. He has a pop-up goal. You would be wondering, I was lifted that so high. I think, okay, a chance gone begging again.
Yes, a chance goes begging again, and it's just the story of the match. You can have a chance get into those dangerous places, and you make the wrong decision, and that's another one that goes begging for Abia Warriors. But in the last few minutes, it looks like they don't want to settle for the new draw. They've tried to go at it, tried to create chances, tried to stop the goalkeeper, but at the moment they are not getting it right.
Maxwell Kangashima getting on the end of that to shoot. Be doing better in that position, but hey, he's allowed to snag at it in preseason. Of a corner as we enter into the 92nd minute of action. Left footed cross. It's blocked. Go again. And upper steps again. Crossing this time. It's risen into the central area. And it's set it clear again by Remo Stars, who will now look to get on a counter. It's gotten the ball now in a good space. And it goes down the right. Well, good combination play right there between both of them. What does it do? He crosses. The defender stoops low to head clear. And now it's a corner against Abia. Will it go long with this one? Yes, it does. Header is right there. It's only out for a corner kick. Defender holding his ground. Goalkeeper claiming that he came quickly off his line to claim before he went out of touch. But the referee and his assistant have none of that. It's going to be a corner going the way of Remo Stars. Into what will be really the 93rd minute of action right here. Corner again. And it's floated in, rise, and the connection is not really there. Now he's lost the ball in a position he shouldn't be losing, and it's a cross inside the box. Gets on the end of it, but it's either, not doing well enough for them. Good job to quickly run in and intercept, put the ball out of touch. It's been fouled right there by Ikenna Ogun. It was only just come on not too long ago. And now he has beaten his man right there in that position. Although he lost the ball, it was quite something. But, well, it's the hope that kills. They've been playing hopeful long balls, and it's something really good for them. And now, what has the defender chosen to do in this moment? It's been pressed really hard, and he's won a foul now. You get to wonder. And looks like both sides have settled for a draw. Maybe this is the end to the game that they want. And brothers at arms, Warriors from Abia, Remo Stars. Walking down the right flank. crosses. It's gone out and game is done and dusted. Referee scored full time right here. Remo Stars, a goalless draw with Abia Warriors at full time. They had the chances, they snagged the teeth, and for all the struggles all through the game, ended up not being able to get to any goal in the back of the net. 1-1 point, share spoiled. And now both sides are done. Abia Warriors sit atop as a present with 7 points and a +2 goal difference. And of course, we'll be looking at how both sides sit and wait eagerly to see how the final game of the final match day will end, as Kwara United are next in action against Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan. It's been Victor Opene and Atinu Kerson, your highs and years on this ground for this game.